Hello all and welcome to today's video. My name is John McFall and I want to welcome you to the McFallRI channel where I teach you how to make $25 to $30 an hour doing food delivery, and I also teach you how to make semi-passive income. In today's video, I want to talk to you about 4 different reasons why you will fail at doing your online semi-passive income business, and kind of what the things are that are going to hold you back from starting and being successful in creating your own online semi-passive income business. Before we get into the topic, I do want to remind you that in my description I have some great tools, and the one I want to talk to you about today is TubeBuddy. If you have a YouTube channel or you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, TubeBuddy is a great tool that you can use to get more views, more likes, and more subscribers more quickly. And I'm going to throw a quick video up here so you guys can check it out.
Whether you're looking to improve an existing YouTube channel or you're starting out fresh, TubeBuddy can help. This Google Chrome extension is a safe, convenient way to grow your following. SEO tools help you choose keywords to maximize visibility, while analytics give you precise insights into your channel's progress. You can edit thumbnails and descriptions en masse, or post videos to your Facebook without having to leave the site. It can even audit your content to help prevent devastating demonetization. You can try TubeBuddy for free, but some features require a monthly subscription. Click the link below to learn more.
I do want to say that if you use my link in my description to get TubeBuddy for a paid version, I do get a commission. But the great thing about TubeBuddy is when you're just starting, you can use TubeBuddy for absolutely free. And then as your channel grows and you start making money, you can get bigger and better tools from TubeBuddy with the paid versions to help propel your channel even more. So if you have a YouTube channel, you're thinking about starting one, and you want to get some more of the views and the likes and subscribers, go grab that link in my description and start checking it out for yourself. And with that, let's get into the topic. So starting an online semi-passive income business is hard. There is a lot of work involved, and there are a few key reasons why people are not successful at doing it. I've had a lot of people contact me from YouTube, my subscribers, and I've had a lot of people contact me with wanting to get something going and wanting to build an online business, and I talk to them literally over months, and I hear that they want to start doing something and they're really interested in getting a business going and they want to make a lot of money at it. They're really excited when they first talk to me, and 3 or 4 months later when I talk to them, I ask them, how is your semi-passive income business going? And a lot of times I hear from people that, you know, hey, it's kind of not doing anything, nothing's really going, haven't really started yet, and it's just kind of flat. And so today I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about 4 different reasons that this might happen, and kind of what you can do to get yourself into it if you are struggling to get it started and to get yourself motivated to get it going and to actually start building it. So the first reason that people struggle to get their semi-passive income business going online is because they are indecisive. What I mean by this is they cannot decide what it is that they want to do. And if you're in this boat, if you are just thinking that you want to do something with semi-passive income and you want to do something online and you just don't know what to do, what I'm going to suggest to you is just start to do something. Pick something that you think that you might like to do and something that you think that you are good at, and actually start doing it and see what happens from that. Because what you're going to find over time is that if you start something, it's going to, number one, teach you something about semi-passive income. It's going to teach you something about marketing. It's going to teach you something about the niche that you've picked, that you're going to be able to learn something that even if that one isn't going to be the right one for you, you're going to learn what you're doing, and you're going to learn through the process of something that you might like doing. I've been doing semi-passive income stuff for a couple of years now, and when I first started doing semi-passive income stuff, the first thing that I started was I started by writing a book and putting it on Amazon. I've talked a lot to you guys about publishing books on Amazon in my videos, and this was the first one that I did and that I tried. And it was something that was really easy once I learned how to do it, and I actually published my first book. It was very easy, and I really enjoyed doing it. That book that I published is still making me money, and I hope to get back to it at some point and write some more books so I can start making some more money from it, but it wasn't the one that I wanted to do. So I moved on. And the second one that I did was I decided that I was going to do social media marketing for companies, and I learned everything I needed to know about that. I literally started making phone calls so I could get clients and put everything together that I needed to be able to do social media marketing. I found out after doing that for a couple months, I really did not like it. It was not for me, so I stopped doing it. The next thing I tried is I tried podcasting, and I did podcasting for about 6 months and was doing social media so that I could bring people to my podcast. And what I found after doing that for about 6 months is it just hadn't started generating me any income. So there's 3 things that I tried and I failed at before I finally landed here on YouTube and find that I really love doing YouTube. I'm starting to make money doing it, and I'm having a good time. So it took me going through those 3 things that did not work for me to get to the thing that did work for me. But the thing that I did is I just decided that I was going to try something and try to do it so that I could start making semi-passive income. The second thing I want to talk about is analysis paralysis. I am sure that you've probably heard this term before. Basically, what analysis paralysis is this. You've decided this is what I want to do and this is the business that I want to start. But before I start the business, I have got to know everything that I need to know to be successful in this business, and I'm going to research and research and research the subject and know everything before I get into it. And I gotta tell you that sometimes people, all they do is get into a rut of just analyzing and analyzing and analyzing and analyzing, and they never actually start doing it. So if you find that you're just doing research and that's all that you're doing, then what you need to do is you need to take that bit of information that you know and you need to apply action to it and try the stuff out that you're learning about. And the great thing is you're probably going to fail at things because you are just starting out. But stop just analyzing and start applying what you're learning so that you can see what works and what doesn't for you. And then what you can find over time is all this stuff that you've learned about and you've put it through trial and error testing. You're going to find the things that are going to work, and because you've applied action, you know what works. So make sure, if you're in this rut of just trying to analyze the business that you want to start and all you're doing is researching, is apply what you've learned and start doing so that you can see what's going to work for you. The third thing that I want to mention to you is fear. People are afraid of failing. People are also afraid of succeeding. What happens if I try something and it doesn't work? Or on the flip side of that, what if I try something and it does very well? What am I going to do? How am I going to handle that success? And how am I going to manage, getting my goals, and what is going to happen after I reach those goals? And fear plays a big part in people starting to do something. I gotta tell you that when I started doing this YouTube channel as a business and not just the channels that I had before that was a hobby, I was afraid because I was really worried that people wouldn't like my videos, that people wouldn't enjoy the content that I put out there, that people wouldn't like the way I looked, and people wouldn't like the way that I sounded. And if you go back to my first videos, they're here on YouTube. If you go back and take a look at my first videos I did, they are a big difference between what I'm doing now compared to what I'm doing or I was doing then, and the videos that I produce today are much better than the ones that I produced back then. So I got over that fear and I just did it, and I went with it and just threw stuff out there to see what worked and didn't work. And over time I've really learned on my channel what works and what doesn't, and I'm still learning today and changing things that I'm doing on a consistent basis to get the best videos and the best content and the best quality videos out there to my subscribers. I've still got a lot to learn. I've still got to get better at editing, but I'm doing it, and people are coming to my channel and subscribing. So if you have fear about what you're getting ready to do, take some action and start doing it so that you can get past that fear and you can realize that you can do it yourself. The fourth and the final thing I want to talk to you about is the fact that people want to start a semi-passive income business online, but they have no goals and they have no measurables set up. I've talked about it in a couple of my other videos on my semi-passive income playlist, that when I decided I was going to do this business, I decided how I was going to start, which was here on YouTube. I decided what I was going to put together as far as what I want to sell, and I set up goals for myself that would help me measure what I was doing along the way to see if I was being successful. I'm just starting this journey on YouTube. I've been doing it for about 10 months. Recorded my very first video on February 10th. It'll be 1 year since I recorded the first video from for this channel. But I actually set up goals and made decisions on what I wanted to accomplish before I even created my first video. I did that, and then I started producing the content, and as I have reached the goals that I set for myself, I'm moving on to the next goal. And the reason that I'm doing this is because I laid it all out before I started. So make sure that you set yourself up some specific measurable goals when you're starting your semi-passive income business, whether it be, like on YouTube, number of subscribers, or, getting to that 1,000 subscribers in 4,000 hours so you can get monetized. Set some goals up for yourself that are measurable so that you have something that you are going for, because if you don't have any goals and you don't know what you're trying to accomplish, you're not going to want to get up every day to do what you need to do to get this thing going and to get it off the ground. So the four things I talked about today is, number one, being indecisive, not deciding on what it is that you want to do. The second thing I talked about was analysis paralysis, and this is all you're doing is researching, and you're not applying anything that you're learning and seeing what works for you and what doesn't. The third thing I talked about was fear, having fear of failure and fear of success, and the only way to get through this is to start doing. The fourth thing I talked about was not having any goals and any measurables, and these four things can really hinder you from doing what you want to do with your semi-passive income business. And basically what it boils down to with all four of these things is, when you decide that you want to do a semi-passive income business, yes, you do have to learn what you need to do to be successful. But in all four of these things, the biggest thing is you have got to decide decide, and you have got to take action. Action will get you where you want to go more so than non-action, obviously. So if you are struggling getting your semi-passive income business, take a look at these 4 different things and see which ones apply to you, and get through them and start putting massive action behind yourself so that you can get your semi-passive online income business going and get it started so that you can make the money that you and your family deserve. I hope you enjoyed today's video and got a lot out of it. I want to remind you, head down into my description, go grab TubeBuddy. I've got some other great tools down in there, like the Bluehost and like Stash. Those are a couple of great things that I've put in my description for you guys. I would also like to ask you to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Finally, I want to leave you with, I hope that you're out there getting the money that you and your family deserve. And with that, I want to say thanks.